we are in our WordPress website. I've set up a new one and it has not got any posts in it. So we're going to come over to Airbridge and we're going to sort this out. Now, I've set up a Google Sheet that has a page for posts, comments, products, reviews, pages, etc. And I've put in a bunch of placeholder content. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab this content. So we want the posts, we'll keep it simple, and we want the posts as a CSV. So this URL actually exposes this posts page, this posts table as a CSV. So we're going to come into Airbridge and create our first bridge, my first bridge for posts. So we can select different content types. You've got the ones that come standard with WordPress, which are posts and pages, but Airbridge will also pick up different post types created by your plugins and your theme, such as products, which is coming from WooCommerce. Comments are from WordPress, they're for comments on posts. Product reviews, which are kind of like comments, but for WooCommerce products. Anyway, let's paste our CSV URL in. So that's the URL we just got from Google. Now we want to match each item in our CSV with items in our website. So the WordPress ID in our website is going to match the column WP ID in our spreadsheet, which is this column here. That's how Airbridge knows that the post in WordPress and the item in the table are the same item. If it's empty, let's create a new one. Let's match that up again. Let's leave parent ID blank. Let's make sure that the WordPress title matches the title column in our sheet. The WordPress slug for the URL is also going to match title. The body description is the main content, so let's have that as the content column. You'll see in here we've created a bunch of lorem ipsum or cupcake ipsum content. We're going to have the excerpt from our sheet, the status. Okay, so we're going to use status in our sheet. And what I've done here is use that for publish or draft. So if I wanted to take a post offline, I could change it to a draft in my spreadsheet and it would do that inside WordPress. We're not going to do all of these. We don't need to do author. Let's do date. That's useful. Media URLs is an interesting one. So I've actually left the images empty in our sheet. But we're going to use that in here. So in future, if I ever decided to create an image and attach it to a post, I could put that image URL in here and Airbridge would make sure to look in the image column and say, oh, hang on, there's now an image, let's attach it to this post. Categories, categories, tags, tags, comma separated. Simple. You'll see we've got categories 1, 2, 3, and we've got tags red, blue, green. Now we're going to head on to the schedule. So when I'm testing, I like to use manual schedule. I don't set up an automatic sync, but for this one, it's just blog posts on an example website. So every week at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, we want Airbridge to look at our spreadsheet and update our WordPress website with whatever is in the spreadsheet. Existing records should be overwritten or updated. If they've changed in the spreadsheet, update them. And if there's new content, publish it. Okay, so we launch that bridge. Now it's actually going to wait until 2 a.m. on a Tuesday to run. If we have a quick look at our sync logs, you'll see that earlier today I did some practice runs before this video. This one has not run. We're going to run it manually now, just so that we can check what happens. Before we do that, let's have a quick look in our posts. Yep, we have no posts, so let's go back to Airbridge and let's run our first bridge. So it's syncing. That's already done because it's a very short amount of data. You'll see here the one that we've just ran, my first bridge for posts, 4 items synced, and I knew that was going to work because, as you can see, I tested it earlier. But now we go into our posts and we should have, yep, there we go. We have our 4 posts. Starts with hello world on the 1st of February, and then we've met before on the 2nd of February, not you again on the 3rd of February, and still here awkward on the 4th of February. And if we look in here, First, second, third, fourth. Hello world, we've met before. Not you again, still here. Awkward. Fabulous. And the tags and the categories are all set up as they are in our spreadsheet. And now every Tuesday at 2 a.m, this bridge right here is going to check that this content is the same or different and sync our WordPress website to it. So that's really useful to make sure that we can have all of our content somewhere that is not inside our WordPress website, because what if our WordPress website goes down or is hacked or we lose it or our hosting disappears, whatever reason that might be. So I have a lot of websites, e-commerce stores, portfolios, media websites, etc. And rather than keep all of my content inside WordPress, I actually have various spreadsheets which has all the content inside, and then I just use Airbridge to sync a WordPress website with those spreadsheets. And that's incredibly useful if I ever want to completely start a website again but keep all my content, or if I want to manage my content somewhere easier than the WordPress CMS. I find spreadsheets incredibly easy to dive in and edit things and add things.